till we die.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Real side. 52, right 52. Not today, you want. Not today.
Darnold. This is caught by Antonio Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
56 to Mike. 56. Go. Down to lose 1. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Darnold from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey. High 7.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. It's complete to Fuller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist, twist. Oh, 80. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Cookie's the mic. Cookie's the mic. He's scared. Hey, you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Courtland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check. Check. 52's the Mike.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These two teams all tied after 1.
4-7's the Mike. 4-7's the Mike. Watch the run.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That was really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike. Oh, 80. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 25. Check the time.
Here's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Carlson able to put this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
56, Mike 56. Here we go, D. All day, defense. Hey, Alpha. All day.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Raiders have got him. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Here's Lindsey. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Watch the car! Hey, Echo! Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm trying to collect. 5-2 is the mic.
From the 36, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and do it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Bravo! 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. I got one. 47's the mic.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch the screen. Mike's 22, Mike's 22. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, Red 80.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got him in. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Will Fuller. 94 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, alert! 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 Spike 56! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
21. Hey! Wahoo! Rep. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
65. 56, Mike, 56. Hey, here I come.
Garoppolo on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Red 80. We got 3.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here we go. 180. 21. Here we go. 1, Omaha. Slam. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, exit. 11. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Hey, check it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
At the 38-yard line.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Mike 52. Ricky. No, check that.
Darnold down to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Darnold now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
To the air again. Darnold steps away to his left. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
Mike 22. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Darnold to throw again. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike 52. Lady. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Pick it up.
Again, Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 7.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike 52. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 52. Red 80. Watch the screen.
Throwing again is Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Olivier Vernon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Darnold. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Will Fuller with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go.
20. It's our field. It's our field.
12.
29 is the mic. Mike 29.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold, eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Smooth. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. All day, baby, all day.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
All day, just like that.
Ready? Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Ready?
Hey, high 7.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 48 yards on the ground. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Garoppolo now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's letting this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Hey, Alpha!
Mike 22, Mike 22.
On 1st down, Darnold. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo!
Mike 22, Mike 22. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Now Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, Orbit!
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, lady. Yo, lady. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Now it's Darnold. It's Williams on the catch. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Me. I got him. Yo, lady. Me. I got this.
Bravo!
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike's 47. Hey, lady.
Greystone, travel.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Tackles.
Darnold. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 57. Right here, right here. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Slack!
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, let's get down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. But he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Watch the run, watch the run.
Come on, fellas, here we go.
Baby shot.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So this one a victory for the Raiders.